the handshakes are ongoing at the moment in the centre of the park. Yeah, well, let's hope we can get some goals, and let's hope we can get a bit of entertainment. You'd thought so. Going to see a few mistakes as well, I think, aren't we, Matt, on this pitch?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they'll. You know what Kettering need to focus on is testing the goalkeeper from an early time. You know, try and get some early shots in, and also have someone to follow up as well. That's going to be vital today. You know, someone to be on the end if the goalkeeper spills the ball, to run in and to tap it in. And we have got the likes of Matty Stevens, and there is also Alan O'Connor, who's in fabulous form for the Poppers at the moment. So yeah, there's going to be plenty of opportunities, but at the same time, you know, the defence have to be solid as well. It'll be interesting to see how Penley takes to these conditions here, and as the game continues, we'll hopefully work out if it's Solcombe or Mulligan who will be partnering. And just from the early lineup, it looks like it is Mulligan who will be playing as a centre back. So some strength there, along with Thomas on the Brooks, and Brooks is just going to charge this down, put White into pressure, but that's a good kick from White, and he finally finds Rennie Howe. Ball out wide towards Stevens, and Stevens will charge this down. He does get on the end of it, looks up into the box. O'Connor's there. Rennie Howe,
it's in.
Well, the whistle,
but the whistle's already gone.
Yeah, the whistle had blown fairly early there as a push. Now, was it O'Connor with a push or Howe with a push?
I think probably Rennie Howe, actually, Matt.
Just so that we know there, that goal was offside. The corresponding fixture at Biggleswade, Kettering had two blatant penalties that were missed by the officials again. Let's hope this isn't going to go the same way, Nigel.
Absolutely, offside. Okay, well, we did hear the referee say about a two-handed push, didn't we, Matt?
Well, it's down on the touchline here. Maybe a mixture of events built up there as who's that? Ben Milnes, who has taken a hit there just on the inside the penalty area. Now the linesman is pointing over towards Ben Milnes, but I don't think he's going to give any input into the reasons why he was down on the pitch. The Kettering fans certainly aren't happy there, and Matthew Law allows the Kettering physio to come on to treat.
Well, I was just having a chat with Cookie then, so I didn't really see what happened. But John Ramshaw certainly doesn't seem very happy about it, and neither do the fans behind the goal. And it's Ben Milne, sorry, has been put onto the stretcher now, and yeah, well, he seems to be in quite a bit of discomfort, does the young man. Let's hope it's not as serious as it first looks. And well, we'll try and bring you some news about that before we go off air later this evening. Quite how much information we'll get given about that, I'm not quite sure, but let's keep our fingers crossed, and all the best for Ben Milnes.
There he is, but they're certainly grouped at the moment in this boggy part just in front of the dugouts. Thomas with another throw, again trying to pick out Rennie Howe, and Howe does well to control it. Meikle now gets past one, plays it out towards Hones, who has come on as that substitution. Thomas crosses the ball in. Ball is flicked away from Rennie Howe, but now with Toseland. He's got options ahead to O'Connor, he uses him. Still with O'Connor, back towards Toseland. Space in front of him, crosses the ball in. Rennie Howe controls, plays it towards Meikle. Meikle couldn't quite get the shot away there, nor could Bet Solcombe.
I just wanted Meikle to have a swing at that then, Matt. I thought that was an opportunity to have a shot. Well, still might get one here now from Rennie Howe, but no, he's closed down really quickly there, Matt, and that's well,
I'm not sure why the player's gone for Rennie Howe there, because it was Meikle
who made the foul.
Exactly, yeah. But again, since that injury to Ben Milnes, the game has had a bit of spice to it, hasn't it?
Well, yeah, it certainly is, and it's Shane Hill who was fouled a few moments ago. But it was Rennie Howe who was copping the flak for it, when it actually wasn't him that committed the foul. And there's the first yellow card of the afternoon, Matt. That's Shane Hill in the referee's notebook. Biggleswade Town Management saying that Callan Thomas dived. But well, it looked a clear free kick to me, to be honest with you. But there we are, right in front of us here in front of the dugouts. Is it going to fall for Howe? That's a really intelligent ball in the circumstances. Can Honey's get a shot off? Oh, well, he can, but unfortunately it was blocked on the edge of the 6-yard box. But really intelligent ball from Rennie Howe there, kept his head.
He knew, didn't he? He knew that Honus was just lurking around there, and you know, out of all the players, he's certainly going to be wanting to score against his former squad, isn't he, Honez? But it's an attack here now from Biggleswade. The ball crossed in, forward towards the number 8. Looks to tee the shot up. Shot goes in, comes off Mulligan, and the offside flag has gone
gotta
up.
Be.
If anything, with the attempt, I'll just wait until this attack here from Kettering as Honez has the ball. He turns, he goes backwards, which sensible thing to do as the ball does get crossed in, falls towards Rennie Howe, tees it off, shot deflected off the number 5 on a haul, and the goalkeeper is allowed to come in and collect that. Well, Bentozen's going to take this free kick, and again, this could be dangerous. Any rebounds, Kettering need to be switched on to try and get this in. Trying to pick out, and Gooch has done well there, really.
I tell you what, he nearly got too much underneath that, didn't he?
Instead, it is Paul White who collects the ball and distributes that quickly towards Reece Honez, who is in space at the moment. He cuts inside, moves into the middle of the park. He's got Solcombe to the right of him, but instead he continues, and Solcombe now receives the ball. There's an overlap in Thomas, who gets on the end of the ball, comes into the penalty area, does take a tumble and gets straight up.
Yeah. It's just Meikle who's there, no other man in any sort of wall, but well, didn't need him in the end. Shot going to come in now, but that's going to be way wide, all of about 15-16 yards wide.
He turns and looks to go backwards, and he has to go all the way back to Pendley. Clipped forward. Meikle runs onto the end of it, does keep the ball on the pitch, crosses it in early, he comes off the Biggleswade player. Rennie Howe crosses it deep towards Solcombe. Solcombe tries to tee up a shot. Honez has a shot.
Goal!
And it comes off Stephen. Matty Stevens scores. Great work there from Bet Solcombe.
Johnny on the spot. And just prove it. Well, do you know what? Rennie Howe did well in the build-up to that as well. But yeah, Solcombe really did hold the ball up well as the ball came over to the back post. And there's the importance of having a striker, an out-and-out striker. Ball coming back into the box. He's lost his marker. He's what, 5-6 yards out from goal. Simple tapping. Kettering have got the lead, and they deserve it.
You know, for the last 5 minutes, you'd say Kettering were having to do the major amount of defending there.
They've been having to do the donkey work, the dirty work, haven't they, really, Kettering Town in the last 5 minutes. But, well, signs of a good side, Matt, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Oh, well, that's clipped by the number 3, Perry.
Yeah, that's a yellow card, surely, because he's away there, isn't he? Tactical foul, very well said, Ed Palmer. Yes, you're right, yeah.
I think he was taking one for the team,
well,
really, wasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. All those words are right, and yes.
Well, let's hope this is a better set piece from Bentozen from the last one we saw.
Well, yes, it's going to be out swinging this time, so at least it's not going to go out of play. There's a header coming in from Rennie Howe, who just didn't quite get enough on it, Matt, did he?
No, it's a good crossover from Mulligan as, again, it rolls in. O'Connor plays it towards Howe. Not the best of touches from Howe.
I'd like to have seen Meikle shout for that, and had a crack at that on the edge of the box there, Matt.
Certainly that opportunity as Honez now plays the ball forward towards Mulligan. Mulligan done well there to get the ball off the number 6, and it is Meikle who chips it in towards O'Connor. O'Connor, very tight angle, back to the goal. Looks to play it back towards Meikle. Poor ball for Meikle, but Honez still gets on the end of it. Honez now loses that ball, and it could be a breakaway here for Biggleswade. In fact, it's the number 7, Kaziboni, who plays the ball out wide, probably a bit too powerful towards Patrick, and Patrick does get on the end of it there.
Don't dive in. That's all right. That's good defending. That's got to be a factor as well, being able to readjust yourself on a pitch like that, on a game like today. It's not easy to change direction very quickly, I wouldn't have thought.
Well, seeing Meikle play in this central midfield position, I have to say, he's looked confident.
Well, the keeper was hesitant there, and Howe's got a chance, and this must be 2-0. It is!
How easy was that? Where was the Biggleswade defence?
Gooch came for it, went back, came for it again, and by that time Rennie Howe thought, well, I'm not going to wait for an invite, I'm just going to go in and do what I need to do. I thought for a minute Howe was going to lift it over the keeper and score himself, but as usual, Johnny on the spot, Aaron O'Connor's there, calls for the ball square, simple 6-yard slide rule pass from Howe, and Aaron O'Connor has put Kettering Town 2-0 up. Anybody, he came, he stopped, he came again, and by that time Howe was in, and well, there was only really going to be, as I say, I was expecting Howe to finish it himself at one point. That's quite a nasty tackle.
Yeah, you can see the mark on the pitch there.
3 minutes. We've got 3 minutes. I must admit, I thought it would probably be a little bit longer than that, but
great save for them. Oh, right there.
Yes.
Powerful shot there as all of a sudden Kettering just took their feet off the brakes as Biggleswade tried to get one goal back and into the path of Meikle, who plays the ball sidewards. And Kettering now attack again. Honez takes it over the halfway line, charging forward. He's got Stevens ahead of him. He's got Rennie Howe ahead of him. He goes for a shot.
Speculative effort, but as we hear the cheer of "Come on you Reds" coming from the Tin Hat end, as it's looking quite packed in there, as they're all trying to huddle for a bit of shelter from this rough January wind. In comes the ball from Toseland. It's Mulligan who's gone up for it, but he's missed it. It's still a chance. The ball's still alive here, and it's 3! It's 3!
It's Penley who has scored, and well, we saw 2 weeks ago he had a great opportunity, ruled offside though, but this time on his second game here at Latimer Park for Kettering, scoring and making it 3-0 to the Poppies. Wasn't a positive game for the fans, but you know,
but they didn't lose it, Matt, did they? And as we've seen in the last week, other teams have dropped points, haven't they? As we said a couple of weeks ago when we last did commentary, that they would.
Well, anyhow, almost teed up there for a shot. Meikle plays it out towards O'Connor, just on the edge of that penalty area. He's on his own at the moment. Now relies on Thomas. The ball did bobble, still stays with Thomas.
Double ricochet there in the end.
Yeah, he did well to control that. That could have easily run out. Meikle now looks to get the ball into the area, over the top, headed up by Patrick, and it will be a corner for the Poppies.
Well, again, I was just having a look at Pendley there. Was Pendley moving as he was a moment or two ago? There's a chance here for Biggleswade. That's a really good block, but they've still got the ball and, well, pass it to the wrong player there.
He's got that option to the side of him as well. Meikle, you know, they seem to just be working together well at the moment.
Well, he's certainly giving the shake-up for the Man of the Match award, but, well, still a while to go yet before we sort that one out. And a shot coming in. That's comfortable in the end for Paul White. You know, you can't really fault any of the Kettering Town players at the moment. I think they've all had a really good game. And, well,
offside flag has gone up.
Yeah, sorry. I think he's just probably just resting him and giving Bateman a run out, but no, Caelan Thomas can feel mightily proud. He's had a good game today, as have all the Poppies, and Liam Bateman enters the fray. And it looks like the 8, I think, that they're going to take off. Shane Hill, who was booked very early in this game, you may remember, and has been walking a bit of a tightrope since around about the 7th or 8th minute of this game. But, well, it looks like his afternoon is going to finish early.
Great work down that far side as Meikle gets on the edge of the penalty area, threads the ball forward, and again that comes off the Biggleswade player, doesn't it?
Well, I think that was a bit more luck than judgment. It flicked off the back of his heel, didn't it, and looped over everybody. And
Dunstable 2, St Neots 2. Still 2-2.
Showing a bit of fight now, aren't they, Dunstable, after that good win during the week?
But then Gosport are also drawing 2-2 against Dorchester. Oh, Tiverton have just pulled 1 back. Hereford now winning 2-0 against Banbury. Kingston are beating Hitchin away 4-0.
Oh, and I thought, goodness me, well, proves what I know. And there's a goal. Biggleswade have scored. Away to that, away at that far end. Well, that's the clean sheet gone for a Burton then, unfortunately. And was that the substitute?
And all of a sudden, you know, there's an opportunity for Biggleswade to apply a bit more pressure. And you know what? If you're 3-2 down with 15 minutes to go, it's well, the nerves could, isn't it?
Yeah, the nerves could end up being at the other end of the field.
Where if you do get it back with Meikle, then the ball is played forward again. But it just seems to be a little sloppy.
Yeah, again, it's that fragmentation of the game of when you've had so many changes, and we're just hoping now that we're going to get 10 minutes of football where Kettering can get themselves, rediscover their flow, so to speak, and get back into those. That's a nice ball and a real nice touch off from Honus as well. And here's Aaron O'Connor with it. And that's a save. Yeah, Gooch definitely got a touch on that. It looked like
O'Connor didn't shout for the ball there as Honus sort of ran into the defence.
He was in space though, Matt, wasn't he? I didn't understand why he really didn't lay it back to him there.
Well, he's played the ball forward lovely towards Stevens, who tries to...
Penalty kick!
Well,
Penalty kick.
well, you know what? I don't even think Stevens was looking for the penalty. The fact he's got straight back up
well, yeah, he wasn't looking for it, and I think it was a bit of his foot slipping away from him, actually, as he's trying to chase after the ball. What it looked like he was accelerating to try and catch the ball, and I think his foot just slipped back. There was a player there. Whether he got a touch on him or not, I don't know. I think it's a little bit harsh to Biggleswade, to be honest, to give a penalty for that, but hey, Kettering Town won't give a jot about this. Mr. Cook disagreeing, but you would expect that from Cookie. And it's going to be Rennie Howe. And yes,
they certainly did. They missed the penalty, didn't they? As
so 10 minutes to go here at Latimer Park, and we have a penalty kick, and it's going to be Rennie Howe to take this. So it could be 4 goals from 4 different players. It'll be right-footed. Could be. Well, Kettering have not been particularly successful with penalties this season. Steps forward, the big man, stops, takes a shot, and the keeper saved it, and the follow-up's gone wide. So it's another missed penalty.
Well, I think as Miko injured himself, or he's gone into the goalkeeper, obviously with that save there, the referee has asked for the sports physio, the sports therapist, sorry, for Biggleswade to come over. Oh,
there we are. First time home and away that Kettering have missed penalties against the same team. Now, final substitution of the afternoon for Kettering Town. Aaron O'Connor, again, another cracking game, another good goal. But it's Gary Storer who's going to be coming on to replace him in these final, well, what have we got? 7 minutes. 7 minutes left here at Latimer Park.
Being top of the league, going into February, you know, it's going to give a lot of confidence to the players out there. Another opportunity now. Hones on the edge of the penalty area. Looks up, plays it towards Storer. Storer has an early shot.
It's got behind him.
Yeah, he was always digging that out the ground, wasn't he?
Well, the board goes up here at Latimer Park. There's 3 minutes added on time. 3 minutes, as we've now played the full 45. But there's going to be more than that because the referee's still not starting the game because the Biggleswade Town manager won't leave the.
I think Marcus Law's giving him a step over here.
Well, yeah,
it's a bit of an.
Well, I don't understand why he can't walk around the outside of the pitch or just walk down and climb over the fence. Well, it's an absolute nonsense. This is why he won't leave the field of play. Why can't he not climb over the fence? It's a 3-foot fence. He can climb over that. Finally he's managed to work out how to climb over the 3-foot fence, which will. Well, I've seen some bizarre things in all my years of playing and watching football, but that's probably one of the strangest I've ever seen, and it's all very embarrassing, to be perfectly honest with you. Well, back to the football. 3 minutes added on time, and Kettering need to do some defending here again. Paul White was comfortable in the end as he dropped onto that ball. Yeah, everybody's switching off in there. Hundreds. Dare we say hundreds? Probably. Oh, need to do some defending here to Kettering. Bateman, got to challenge him. Paul White's lost the ball right on his penalty spot, and Kettering are going to get those 3 points and are going to stay top of the Southern Premier League. Don't forget, don't tune out, folks, because a bit of after show for you. We'll see if we can get a player or two and some of the management team in downstairs with Cookie and Ed to have a chat after full time. In fact, there is the full time whistle, and a pretty convincing victory in the end, Matt.
Certainly, you know what, the Kettering fans will be delighted in the end with the 3 points, no doubt, after the stuff that they had at home 2 weeks ago. Still top of the league. They're going to be happy with that. And